Ok, mislim da bi sad trebalo biti ok. I da se sad čuje, jer sad OBS konačno pokazuje znakove života. I stvarčice u audio sekciji vibriraju. Sad se čuje. Ok, cool. Samo malo. Tako, vidiš, ok. Evo, tu malo čujete duplo, ali morao sam i ja isprobati sa strane na mobitelu. Eto ga, male tehničke teškoće sa OBS-om, iz nekog razloga nije prepoznao od prve da se nešto događa. I sad sve ok radi. Dobrodošli natrag ako vas ima i ako ste tu. Dakle, danas u 4. danu Reboot Halloween Weeka, nakon 3 uspješna i cool dana, igramo domaću jednu igru koja se zove Saint Kotar studija Red Martyr Entertainment, koja danas baš izlazi i sad je vjerojatno upravo i izašla konačno na tržište nakon jedno 5 godina izrade. I rekao zašto ne u sklopu Reboot Halloween Weeka streamat domaću psihološki horor igru malo u sklopu našeg streama. Ako ima koga ovdje, slobodno napišite u chat, tu mi se na mobitelu pokazuje da je 0 ljudi trenutno, ne znam je li neka greška ili nešto. Tako da, ako ste tu, slobodno napišite, tu sam. Osim Šaneta koji je napisao, sad se čuje. Pa da onda možemo, ako čujete, krenuti s ovime. Bog nano mape, Reboot Infogamer 2021. Reboot nešto drugo 2021. će biti. Ali Infogamer ne, nažalost. Ćao Pero. Ok, evo sad kad se malo ljudi počelo skupljati, nakon ovog početnog tehničkog mishapa. A ništa, idemo krenuti sa igrom. Samo da prebacim sad screen. Evo ga, transition, i tu smo. Dakle, da, kao što sam rekao malo prije, Saint Kotar. Danas upravo izašla igra domaćeg studija Red Martyr Entertainment iz Pule. A radnja se ne događa u Puli, nego u izmišljenom gradiću Sveti Kotar, negdje u Gorskom Kotaru. Psihološka horor avantura sa malo religijskih konotacija, malo kultističkih, idealno zapravo za Reboot Halloween Week. Probao sam malo igrati, zapravo igrao sam prije demo nekoliko sati, prije već više mjeseci, jer igra je u izradi već zadnjih barem 5 godina, tako da smo imali priliku isprobati, ali sad kak je u cijelosti izašla, idemo iz početka.
Father, please don't leave. It's dark. The witch could be hiding in here. Don't do this. I'm sorry if I have sinned. I didn't mean to, please.
Evo odmah se i mačka javlja jer se uplašila ko ja. Ok, move the cursor. Dobro, imamo interaktivne objekte. Nightstand. Može.
My old nightstand? Mother said they threw it away. There's a matchbox inside the drawer.
Ako ste zbunjeni s razlogom je mračno jako, zato što je klinac kao zatvoren u podrumu. Aha, da, nisam
Mother has dozens of the same in her room.
matchbox.
Each has an engraving with a big scary eye inside a triangle.
Odlično. Tu je matchbox. Idemo dva put kliknem da
I
malo
can now
brzo.
try to light up the room.
Odlično.
Where are you?
Mother, I'm in the basement.
For God's sake, you'll get seen in that place. Get out immediately.
I'm still waiting to hear the prayers, son. What are you waiting for?
You put him there?
Znači, tata ga je zatvorio u podrum. Tata Jozef.
His behavior that did that to him.
It was good all day. He helped me with the weeds and the food and...
Znači, tata nas je kaznao jer smo pričali s klincem na sprovodu.
Of course you didn't. Because you don't care of this family. I do. I should lock you all downstairs.
Wow, obiteljsko nasilje 101.
Where is she? Where's our daughter?
Aha, ima i sestru, dobro. Press left mouse, bottom face button, aha, ima i podršku za kontroler. To refer to help in main menu for a hotkey. To open inventory, then bla bla bla. Ok, znači tu imamo matchbox, klasični point and click, stisnemo na to i di je ono, tu je svijeća. Idemo zapaliti svijeću u ovoj mračnom podrumu. Tipični Balkan! Mislim da ipak nije tipični Balkan jer ima malo ono, obskurnijih, okultnih stvari, ali... Quickly press twice left mouse button, staircase, može, evo, brzo na staircase, bježi s podruma.
What are you doing? It's me.
Who is me? Sa kukuljicom na glavi.
I'm sorry. I thought you were that witch.
Okay.
How many times do I have to tell you? Witches don't exist. And it's just the two of us here.
To je sestra. Victoria. Aha, Victoria, da, to je sestra. How many times blah blah blah? You're wrong, father would never lie to us. Why are you here? Ćemo pitat.
Why are you here? I heard father talking to himself before going
Veliki
to get
pozdrav
you
i
in the
tebi,
room.
King.
So I ran here and
Hvala ti
hid.
na pozdravu.
But why? You know he's going to be very angry at you once he finds out. Because I've promised I wouldn't let you be alone in the dark again.
Bel, hvala ti.
And when I promise something, you never break a promise. I know. I'm glad you were here.
I meni isto. Okay, I can't forget our aunt's white face.
I can't
Recimo.
forget our aunt's white face.
Aunt. Može.
Me neither. She looked so different. Her head was so bloated and pallid. And her eyes and hair, so dark. The curse did that to her. Don't be ridiculous. She's at peace now. That's all that matters. I hope she is.
Ujna je na miru sada. Da, nema hrvatskih titlova i glasova, svi glasovi su na engleskom, jer naravno igra kao i sve ostale puca na međunarodno i strano tržište i strani je izdavač zapravo, Sovedesco se zove kompanija koja je izdavač za ovu igru, iako je studio odavde, ali neki glasovni glumci su stranci, neki su domaći, jedan od njih je čak i jedan naš poznanik koji glumi oca u ovoj igri, malo prije tu pričao, čućemo ga još kasnije. You're wrong, father would never lie to us.
You're wrong. Father would never lie to us.
Dobro sam ga.
About
Skoro.
what now? About the witch that cursed our bloodline. He's just trying to scare us with stories so we don't do anything wrong. And today you did wrong, so he punished you by locking you down here in the dark.
Well, okay. What did I do? I still don't understand.
What did I do? I still don't understand. You talked to that tall boy. Don't you remember? We are not allowed to talk to other people anymore. They are evil. I thought that meant we must avoid adults. How am I supposed to make friends then? Mother said we have each other and God. She's right. I don't think we need anyone else.
Your aunt was once such a beautiful woman, full of life, a perfect creation of God. But her fate was nothing more than a Sunday morning rite, and the witch's curse just a fairy tale story.
To je igra za opaliti svjetlo,
Evil
sad će
is
se opaliti
everywhere,
svjetlo
my
uskoro,
dear
da.
children.
Ovo je prva
It is
scena samo u
hiding in
podrumu.
the shadows of
Yes.
this world. It takes form of animals, and it possesses people.
Father, please forgive.
You should look up to your sister.
šamar je dobio.
Unlike you, she values God and this family.
It's my fault he went to talk to that boy. I ignored him because I was looking into the coffin and I lost sense of time. I beg you, don't hurt him anymore.
You must learn to be alone with God.
To...
You must learn. You all
God.
must learn what true faith is.
Okej. Evo, izašli smo iz mraka.
was just a dream. I often think about that peculiar day. But I've never relived it so vividly in my dreams. Why now? Why in this place? I need my glasses. I can't even think without them.
Prije upotrebe upaliti svjetlo i onda pronaći naočale. Ok, imam rosary u džepu i Bibliju, a imam i pronaći naočale. Sofa, backrest, top, sofa, cushion, floor. Idemo ustati s kauča.
Here they are. Fallen to the floor, but still intact.
Ajde da malo razbistrimo.
Thinking of the dream I had.
Thanks.
I don't remember going to sleep at all. We came in, and then we came in. Victoria and Nikolai went upstairs to prepare for the castle, and then nothing. I must have fainted. I have to talk to Victoria at once.
Okay. Painting. Evo ga, krenuli smo konačno.
This woman eerily reminds me of Victoria in her younger days.
Lamp. Daj mi lamp.
I checked it last night. It's useless. There's not enough oil inside.
Ništa to. Staup. Kako se kaže ovo za ono gdje je sveta vodica?
Is this meant to represent a basin? Like at the entrance of a church? This is blasphemy.
Tekutina.
That's not holy water for sure. It has a weird smell. Looks disgusting. I'm staying away from it.
Jel možda urinal neki na samom ulazu u kuću? Outside. Što outside?
Those tall, dark trees strike me with dread, even in daylight. And it seems like I'm not the only one to have that feeling. The path ends abruptly right at the entrance of the forest.
Ok, što još imamo ovdje? Naravno, kroz vrata vjerojatno ne možemo izaći, što je sasvim logično.
It's locked.
Of course.
Victoria or Nikolai must have found the key and locked it while I was asleep.
Okay. Fireplace.
A cold black fireplace that hasn't been used in ages. The same feeling I'm getting from the rest of the house.
Okay. Ništa tu dolje više, onda idemo gore. Ok, šta gore ima? Gospodin Nikolaj i još neke stvari. Idemo pričati s Nikolajem.
Nikolai?
Yes, Benedict?
Nikolaj začuđujuće gleda u zid. Do you have the key to the house? That's a strange painting. Where's Victoria?
Where's Victoria?
Tražimo sestru Victoriju. Pisoar na ulazu, kaže Dario, bolesnog uma. Pa čuj, ne znam. On je rekao da je čudna tekućina i da nije sveta voda, zasigurno. Ne zna nam Nikolaj gdje nam je sestra Victoria. Do you have the key to the house?
Do you have the key to the house? The door appears to be locked.
I don't know where the key is.
Wow, baš si pričim, Nikolaj. Do you have the slightest idea why Victoria rented this dreary house? Znači, naša sestra je unajmila ovu kuću i došli smo u posjet ovom gradu zbog nečega. Sad.
Do you have the slightest idea why Victoria rented this dreary house?
I don't even know how she found it.
Looks like the owner is some kind of artist. Or is at least convinced to be. Very morbid taste. Strange figures.
I agree. I've never seen so many masks in my life.
Masks.
Especially not placed on walls.
Znači ima masaka, odnosno glava po zidovima. That's a strange painting, pretpostavljam.
That's a strange painting.
It is. Take a better look at it, and tell me what you see.
Why?
Please, do as I say.
Do as I say,
I'll get to the point.
Još nam naređuje odmah na početku. Čekaj, ajde prvo vidimo šta ima još po sobi, pa ćemo onda take a look at
Codex Niva, Heart of Pagubice,
Pagubice.
and Dino Tominic. I've never heard of these
Dino
works.
Tominic. Mali easter egg očito, jer Marko Tominic je pisac ove igre iz Red Martyr Entertainmenta. Tree painting.
It's a giant tree with dozens of corpses hanging from its branches and skulls that feed its roots.
Okay. Bowl.
A giant bowl made out of clay, filled with what seems to be some type of oil.
Još jedna bowl za ovaj dolje pisoar. Ko je guš slušat kad zna se tko ne radi stream? Wow, što bi to trebalo znači? Ok, otvorili smo ormar.
All I see here is a lonely coat rack.
Dobro. coat rack.
If we don't find a civilized way to get out of here soon, this rack could come in handy to do it by force.
Dobro. Što znači da ćemo sigurno to morati koristiti. Bed. Šta ima na bed?
A yellow blanket, wrinkled only on one side of the bed.
Okay. Ništa, idemo pogledat painting kako nam je Nikolaj rekao. Možda je graševina. Opa. What is this? Van Gogh, malo zločesti.
Mean eyes at the edge of a wicked soul.
Dobro.
A snake-like mouth implies a man who cannot be trusted, at the very least.
Snake-like mouth. Nisam primijetio, ali čuj. Shadow.
That is not a mere shadow. It's a symbol of darkness, of evilness devouring this lost man.
Evilness devouring this lost man. Imamo samo 3 okej, to je to onda. Nikolaj. I've taken a closer look at the painting.
I've taken a closer look at the painting.
You don't recognize this man?
I've never seen him before.
And nothing happened to you by looking at him?
Why would anything happen to me?
Last night, after your sister and I came upstairs, she was getting ready for the castle, and I was standing right here, and...
And?
I wonder, yesterday when we boarded the train, was anyone else in our cabin?
You haven't answered. Why would anything happen?
You haven't answered. Why would anything happen to me? What's wrong with this painting?
I don't know yet. Please, just follow me as I go over yesterday's events.
Okay.
I'll get to the point.
Ajmo se prisjetiti šta je bilo. Dakle, pitao je da li netko bio još je u vagonu, kako se to kaže, u kupeu, u vlaku kad smo dolazili u ovo čudno mjesto s nama. Ne, bilo je samo
just the three of us.
But once the train left Budapest, wasn't there a man who came in?
By placing the sign, "Do not disturb" on our doorknob, I made sure this wouldn't happen. The only time that door opened was when the conductor peered in to tell us we have arrived at our destination.
And when we left the train station, no one was following us? Didn't Victoria notice him?
Notice whom? Your dear wife was over the moon to have finally arrived at Saint Kotar. She couldn't stop talking about the place, but said nothing about anyone following us.
Right. And on our way to the house, we stopped at the square. There was a strange ritual taking place, with a gigantic effigy. What was it like?
And what about the mass of hooded people that gathered there? It was a dreadful scene.
I remember the goosebumps when hearing the crowd pray as one voice, though.
Let me tell you what happened after that.
Ok, znači došli su iz Budimpešte vlakom u Hrvatsku, očito u Gorski Kotar, u selo u koje je njegova sestra baš htjela doći, jako se obradila u tome. Unajmili su ovu kuću za smještaj, za prespavati ovdje, ali su putem na trgu vidjeli nekakav čudan ritual gdje su se ljudi molili u jedan glas i bila je nekakva figura tamo. Dobro. We found the path which led us to this house. What happened once we entered the house? Ajmo redom.
We found the path which led us to this house. What happened when Victoria knocked?
Well, we realized the door was actually ajar.
And the owner wasn't here. Just silence. Dead awful silence. It gave me chills. Once we entered the house, what did you and your wife do?
I said it before. We went upstairs to prepare for the castle exhibition.
Leaving me to wander alone downstairs in complete darkness. You found nothing odd about the house being empty and unlocked?
I did, but Victoria said it's nothing to worry about. So I just followed her.
We never went to the castle?
You don't remember?
The last thing I remember is searching for a light. And then nothing.
What do you mean?
I mean, everything after was only a dream, but I don't even remember going to sleep. Victoria dragged me into this town to make me attend that piddling exhibition in the castle. We never went there, did we? Which means I left the monastery only to spend a horrible night in this house.
We both fell into an inexplicable void. Something is terribly wrong here.
Tell me what happened last night. What's wrong with this painting? And where's Victoria?
I'm afraid I don't have the answers. What happened is that while I was waiting for her to get ready, my attention was drawn by this painting.
Okay.
Next moment, I was seeing myself relive yesterday's events. With one difference. The man in the painting was there the whole time.
The whole time?
He was in our cabin, and he was that gigantic effigy the inhabitants set on fire. Shortly afterwards, he emerged from the crowd in human form again, unchanged, and then led us towards the house. Once we got here, he jumped on my back and asked me to carry him upstairs. I was happy. I felt like a father carrying his own child.
Okay.
Carrying this being on your back must have some weird symbolic meaning.
He was holding so tightly that I could feel his long and sharp fingernails penetrate my throat. After we finally got upstairs, I was so upset and in pain that I had to throw him off. I quickly turned around to reprimand him and instead saw a human-sized crow with no eyes and a blood-stained beak. It croaked at me and then soared inside the painting. I wanted to run off, but couldn't. I was in shock, too terrified. That was the moment I woke on the bed, fully dressed and disoriented. Victoria wasn't here.
Okay. Bizarro.
Why did you ask me all those strange questions about yesterday?
I had to separate the dream from the real, as the dream was startlingly real.
Startlingly real, just like my own dream. We should leave this accursed house at once.
After I woke, I noticed Victoria didn't even sleep on this bed. So I went downstairs to check if she was there, perhaps. I found only you, still asleep on the couch, and the door locked. That's when I started to think.
Okay. We have to force our way out of here because we don't have the key.
We are guests in this house. And needless to say, men of God.
Men of God.
We must leave without doing any damage. I've already searched this floor for a key and tried to open the balcony door, but it's locked or stuck in some way.
What about the windows?
Strangely enough, or maybe for a good reason, they are made in a way that prevents them from being opened. Stay here and give it a second look. Whatever you can find that could help us. I'm going downstairs to check. Force should be our last resort to leave. Or maybe we get lucky and Victoria comes back in the meantime.
Let's hurry up then.
Okay, let's hurry up then. E sad, kako ćemo izaći iz ove kućice ako je zaključano?
Just don't look at the man in the painting again. We don't want to risk anything.
Dolje. Okay. A šta baš želim gledati? You can switch control between the two player characters whenever you see both portraits on the screen. Tu dolje. Dobro, pokušat ćemo samo prvo da nešto... Nema slike. Aha, okrenuo je slike.
It's written in an ancient alphabet, which I don't understand. Could this be the name of the man on the painting?
Nešto napisano. Možda ime čovjeka. Ok, ajde probamo zamijeniti lika. Znači ovaj je otišao dolje sad, Nikolaj. I sad igramo s njim. Znači možemo u određenim trenucima za neke zagonetke igrati s jednim i s drugim. Šta Nikolaj kaže na ovo sve? Ajde vidimo. Idemo pogledati sliku ovu.
I didn't notice this painting in the dark last night. I don't like the look of this woman. It's driving me mad.
A ovaj je rekao da izgleda kao Viktorija, njegova sestra, njegova žena od ovoga tu zapravo.
I don't need that. My eyes fare better in the dark.
Ok. Vrata su naravno zaključana i njemu. Of course.
It's locked.
Šta on vidi u pisoaru? Na vratima. Malo drugačije boje, ha? Nekakva crvena liquid. Okay.
It doesn't look inviting, but I think I see something in there.
Ključ. Ok, pokupili smo ključ. Zašto? Ok, aha, samo je prebacilo na ovoga. Ok. Curtains. Ovo nismo isprobali.
I need light.
Evo malo svjetla je ovdje. Thank God.
I'm pretty sure it's not locked, but rather just stuck. Not sure what's the cause, because both sides of the door are heavily grimed from the outside.
Kaže da sad se glumci dobro snalaze s našim imenima. Da, okej. Što nije ključ unutra, ključ je unutra bio, ali sam stisao i onda se animacija samo prebacilo se na ovo. Šta smo rekli tu?
I'm pretty sure it's not locked, but rather not sure what's the cause.
Zapela su vrata. Underneath door.
It looks like mud. And it has a sickly odor.
Smrdljivo
How
blato.
did it end up on a balcony? If I could push it back with a stick or something similar, I might be able to open the door.
Ok, sad već znam zapravo šta trebamo s ovim. Sa nekim štapom, kaže, trebamo odgurnuti ovo blato koje je zapelo iza vrata. A igrom slučaja tu smo bili rekli da imamo coat rack, onaj šipku na kojoj vise kaputi.
Forgive me, God, but I must take this. I think it'll fit perfectly under the balcony door.
Oprosti mi Bože, kaže što moram uzeti ovo. Inače on je očito neki svećenik. I Boži čovjek, ima Bibliju, ima krunicu, putovnicu i sad ovo. Šta kaže za Bibliju?
I still remember my father's exact words. This Bible is part of your body now. At all costs, you must keep it until death comes.
It's part of your body now.
I still remember my father's exact words. This Bible is part of your body now. At all costs, you must keep it until death comes.
Znači, pod svaku cijenu drži to u sebe dok smrt ne dođe. Okej.
It repels the darkness and keeps its fiends away from me.
Dobro,
it's a personal document that allows me to cross borders.
Super. Coat rack.
An old and rotten piece of wood.
Ok, idemo sad s tim drvetom probati izgurati ovo blato ispod. Da vidimo šta će se sad dogoditi. Poznik
I was right. It fits perfectly underneath.
Of course it does.
Looks like there's mud on the outside. That should be enough to open the door. My God. Nikolai, come upstairs quickly. You must see this.
Coming.
Ok, stiže Nikolaj odozdol koji je dolje pokupio ključ.
Come closer. Take a look at this.
Ok. Šta da pogledamo balkani? Kako stoje obojica isto?
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Unidentified mass.
What is this? It looks like a mixture of earth, blood, and
flesh.
Zemlje, krvi i mesa, dobro?
What is that?
Flesh.
Ista rečenica, dobro. Coat rack.
A rotten wooden stick. I don't need it.
A ja bi baš uzeo taj štap nazad, ali dobro, Bože moj. Crow's head.
All crows look exactly the same to me, but this one seems to be missing its eyes.
Indeed. Just like the one in your dream.
Yes.
Have you noticed these marks on the door? They were unnoticeable with the door closed.
I don't think these are just random marks. It's a symbol, and it looks like it was made by sharp fingernails.
Je li ovo izašlo beta verzija? Izašlo je upravo danas, evo, Saint Kotar, domaća igra studija Red Martyr Entertainment. Point and click avantura sa malo psihološkim horor elementima. Gledao sam na Reboot Games Weeku. Ne sjećam se da smo je prezentirali na Reboot Games Weeku, ali bila je na Reboot Infogameru još prije par godina, jer je studio na njoj radio zadnjih 5 godina, tako da već su je bili prikazivali na sajmu. I evo danas je konačno izašla baš službeno. Benedek, idemo popričati s njim sad na ovome šta smo vidjeli ovdje. Zašto moraš napraviti krug oko njega? Okay.
You understand now why I wanted to leave the moment I saw this house?
Calm down, Benedict.
I am calm, but we both don't remember what happened here, and we both had horrible dreams. And now this. Can you still smell that sickly odor? Don't you see the connection with your dream?
Jer ovaj sanjao da je vidio čovjeka koji je bio s njima u vlaku, koji je na ovoj tu slici, i onda ga je ponio na leđima, ovaj mu je zabio nokte u vrat, i onda kad su došli tu se pretvorio u golemu vranu bez očiju i ušao u sliku i nestao. I sad smo našli mrtvu vranu bez očiju na balkonu. Convenient. Maybe
I opened the door last night and saw the crow's head. It could be the reason why I had that dream.
Doubtful. Something else is at work here. The crow looks like it's been recently decapitated, and the mud is still wet. Don't you wonder who did this? And why?
I can't think clearly in here.
I found a key inside
the stoop.
The key to the entrance door?
Okay.
Inside the stoop?
I believe so. Haven't tried it yet.
At least I won't have to walk over the devilry on the balcony, and risk an injury by jumping below.
Superiška. You think Victoria could be responsible?
You think Victoria could be responsible?
If it wasn't you, or even me, who else could have done it? The man from the painting?
I knew it. Come on. You really think she's capable of such a thing? What's the matter with you?
She may be my sister, but I don't know her anymore. I do know she's playing with things she doesn't understand.
Things she doesn't understand?
Things no one should understand. The symbol, the decapitated head, blood and flesh.
You mean with occultism?
Witchcraft, I believe.
Witchcraft.
She's playing the role of a witch to play with me.
Why?
Unaware of the consequences that will inevitably come.
My wife is not a saint, but to think she's practicing demonic things is insane.
To šogi se svađaju. You think she made us forget last night?
You think she made us forget last night and influenced our dreams?
No, but she's the one who picked this house. Not you, and certainly not me. That was a deliberate choice with a plan.
And what would that plan be?
I think the castle exhibition was just a lure. Her real intention was to drag me into this town to play with my beliefs and fears.
Znači, on misli da ga je sestra dovela vamo u ovaj grad da se suoči sa svojim uvjerenjima, religijom, vjerom, ili da ih propita možda.
You really don't know her anymore. What happened between the two of you?
Da,
she doesn't want to tell me.
She became the same person our aunt was. Godless and incredulous about our father's words. Hopefully he's at a place where he found peace. Unaware of my sister's thoughts and acts.
Wow, stari koji te zatvarao u podrum je sad kao svetac, a sestra koja ti je pomagala da ne budeš sam u podrumu je ono... Okay, the key I found...
The key I found downstairs is probably the key of the main door.
You already revealed your suspicion about the key. Why are you mentioning it again?
If the key is here, where is Victoria?
I don't know and I don't care. She could have locked the door from the inside, left the key, and then jumped from the balcony.
That's my point. It doesn't make any sense. Why would she do that?
I think she found a second key, because no footprints are visible in the mud outside. She didn't jump from the balcony.
Something else must have happened. Let's go outside and make a plan to find Victoria. Our minds are being suffocated in here.
No, I've had enough of talking, and I don't intend to search for her. I'm leaving this town at once.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
You can't just leave. She's your sister, for God's sake.
She stopped being that a long time ago. Just look around and think about everything we discussed today.
I'll say it again. Something else must have happened. There must be a logical explanation to all of this. Why did you even agree to come here?
Obviously, I wanted to see and feel what it looks like in hell.
I'm not in the mood for joking. Why? She mentioned she had to talk to your superior in the monastery.
And what else could she do? After I declined, the only way to have it her way was to persuade Father Imre. He must have given her his blessings only because of the assignment he had for me. Talk to the local priest about the town. See, there's nothing in the official Vatican archives about Saint Kotar. And after coming here, I think I know why. Can we go downstairs now? I have a train to catch, and I need to find that priest before then.
I'll accompany you, my brother. It's a small town. We should be able to find Victoria along our way.
Ok, super. To je to, ovo smo sve pregledali. Jesmo. Ništa tu, idemo dalje. Idemo dolje, dalje. A sad obojica su, hodaju zajedno, ok, može. Ima li još išta ovdje za... Ovo smo sve isprobali. Bust.
Strange piece of art, I must say. Strange.
To je to. Dobro. Ima sad još šta u ovome?
There's nothing more in there.
No, thanks.
It's locked.
Znam, fakt da, zaboravio sam, moram ključ staviti na vrata. Key plus door.
Before we step outside, you have to promise that once we find your sister, you'll talk to her. There must be no arguments or secrets in this family.
Why do I have a feeling you are not leaving with me?
Can't you reevaluate your decision?
I'm leaving, Nikolai.
Moraš se počastiti s ovom igrom, pa ako te zanima horor i point and click avanture i nešto od domaćeg studija iz Pule, definitely, eto, danas je dostupna na Steamu, na PC-u. We never planned to leave the next day, didn't she tell you?
We never planned to leave the next day, didn't she tell you? This house was rented for 3 nights.
She did not. So much about having no secrets between us. Please, leave me alone.
Thanks, konačno da izađemo iz ove kućice, uklete.
Good day, gentlemen.
Good day, sir.
My name is Martin Mostov. I am a detective in the service of the town of Saint Kotar.
Ovo je neki domaći glumac. How can we help? And who's the man in your company? Dvojica stoje. Što ćemo prvo? Who's the man in your company?
And who's the man in your company?
Dr. Erik Hatur.
Doctor?
Hatur.
Mr. Hatur, is somebody hurt?
Dr. Hatur is the warden of the asylum. He helps the local police force with his knowledge of the mind.
Asylum, naravno da ima asylum, uvijek mora biti asylum. Ovaj lik ima malo u dubinu u glavi. Ali doktor niš ne priča, pa ovaj kaže, not a man of words.
Not a man of words, Dr. Hatur.
He prefers to keep quiet, just like your friend here.
How can we help?
Is there anyone else inside the house?
No one. It's just me and him. Why?
Where's the woman?
The house is empty. What's going on?
I came here looking for a woman, only to find 2 scared men.
Boo-hoo-hoo.
Are you looking for the owner of the house? Because we don't know where she is.
Hand the key of the house to Mr. Hatur.
Why?
Just do as I say.
Well, mogu nešto drugo napraviti.
You're not allowed to go back inside. Please, give the key to Dr.
Baš sam
Hatur.
htio probati. Ok, moram dati ključ doktoru Haturu iz nekog razloga.
I see hatred and malice in his eyes. Even though I've never met this man before.
The key.
Progovorio si. Dobro, pismo, šta? Imamo pismo.
I've already read it several times.
Dobro, ja nisam. Passport.
My passport.
I on ima the key.
I guess it's the key to the main door.
Ok, idemo dati ključ doktoru, onda
I'm
nemamo
sorry.
drugu opciju.
Did you say something?
I heard nothing.
Are we free to go now, Martin?
No, you both have to follow me.
Why?
Yes, I'd like
Yes, I'd like to know as well. Why do we have to follow you?
Orders from above.
How can we trust you to be what you say you are?
What's with the face? You never seen a photo of a man with an intact head? It was taken before the incident.
What?
Where are you taking us?
Down to the police station where everything will be explained to you.
What prevents you from discussing the matter right here and now?
I'm not in the position to do that. There's a hierarchy I have to respect.
Okay, who is the woman that you seek?
Who is the woman that you seek?
The woman's name is,
Victoria.
What for? Why do you need her?
Sir, everything will be explained to you in this station. Now, if you don't mind, please follow me.
Whatever harrowed you through last night, it'll be nothing compared to what will happen if you do not obey.
Evo, doktor Hatur je progovorio. Aha, dobro, imamo opciju do as requested ili push Hatur. Znači, ako pitamo Benedeka šta on misli, otićemo u policijsku postaju bez opiranja, a možemo i gurnut doktora. Hoćemo gurnut doktora ili poslušat i otići u policijsku postaju na ispitivanje. Čuj. Inače ne igram kao nasilna osoba u ovome, možda... Ajde, do as requested, idemo poslušat.
Benedict, what do you say?
We have no choice.
All right. We'll do as you say.
Come.
Okay.
It's pointless to try. The detective has just closed and locked the door.
Shit. Okay. Black mirror.
I guess one could get lost by looking at this mirror for too long. It's so dark that I can't see my own reflection. Anyone on the other side? I have a train to catch. Why am I being held here like some kind of sinner? Can someone tell me what this is about? I think I heard someone.
Okay, I did nothing wrong.
I did nothing wrong, and you have no authority over me. Let me go.
Place all your belongings inside the box. Push it back into the wall once you're done. Don't try to deceive us. We'll know.
Hoćete li zaista znati?
First sign of electricity in this town.
Ok, kao treba staviti svoje stvari tu u kutiju ovu. Ne, čekaj. Dobro. Šta imam od stvari smo rekli? Passport.
It's a personal document that...
Ok, ova putovnica. Ajde, evo vam i križina. Ne, promašio sam. Križina, odnosno kak se to zove, krunica. E sad, za ovu Bibliju je rekao stari čača da se nikad ne odvajamo od nje. Tako nešto, čekaj.
I still remember my father's exact words. This Bible is part of your body now. At all costs, you must keep it until death comes.
Šta ako im ne damo Bibliju, jer kao trebamo držati u sebe dok smrt ne dođe. Ajde, probat ćemo zatvoriti ovo bez da im damo Bibliju.
I trust you for now.
Okay.
But at the end of the process, you'll be searched thoroughly. Decisions have consequences in this town, little priest.
Decisions have consequences, kaže.
Step into the light so we can begin.
Basically, nama igre kaže da možda će imati posljedice to što smo Bibliju ostavili u džepu. Okay. Step into the light.
You seem to obey orders, unlike your brother in the other room. Admirable.
He's just a brother-in-law.
Samo mi je šogor.
Benedict. What a strange surname. Donani?
Bibliju ne daj. Da, nisam. Donani se prezivamo. Benedikt Donani iz Mađarske, iz Budimpešte.
Dohnani.
Dohnani, okay.
Benedict Dohnani.
I serve only God, wow.
I serve only God.
We all do. But you serve him in a different way. Don't you, little priest?
I'm a monk among the ranks of the Pauline order.
Monkhood. A way of life in solitude and silence with God. Many believers say it's the only way to be near our Maker. What can you tell me about that brother of yours? Nikolai Kali Akin.
Kali Akin, he's a deacon. What time is it, officer? I pushed up.
What time is it, officer?
Time is not relevant in this moment of your life.
I'm under the jurisdiction of the Vatican. You have to let me go.
The church can do nothing for you here. You, like everyone else in this town, answer to me and our patron saint only.
Super. Ok, šta? Brother-in-law je đakon, naš brother-in-law.
He is a deacon.
That's not what he said to us. Are you trying to lie to me? How could he serve God if he's married to your sister?
He abandoned the path to priesthood to marry her. Deacons are allowed to serve in both houses.
After such a horrible past, God had to make it up to him.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
His orphanage days. The mass grave they found at the orphanage.
What?
You must have heard about the Witch Nun from Minsk.
Vaguely. I was very young back then.
Your brother was there. You saw all those decaying child corpses in
Šta?
the backyard. It's horrible just thinking about it.
Dobro, okay.
I know nothing about him and his past.
I think you're just trying to protect him. It's useless. We'll find out everything we want to eventually.
Super.
It's the truth. I barely spoke a word to the man before coming here.
Quite an interesting family.
Exactly.
Now tell me, what brings the three of you to our little town? It's a long journey from Budapest.
I refuse to answer, which really missed immediately. We were invited to attend the exhibition at the castle. I'm a bit iskreni, došli smo na izložbu u dvorac.
We were invited to attend the exhibition at the castle.
And who invited you?
Nobody invited me. It was my sister who was invited and who made me come along.
You're lying to me. No strangers allowed to get into the castle. Invitations don't exist. Tell me the real reason.
I was dragged here by my sister. What does it matter after all? We never made it there.
Continue obscuring the truth, and you'll end up dragged into Akhrizat for eternity. Nikolai is a liar. He's already doomed. But you, I feel you're different. You're not like him.
Okay.
We know your sister was at the castle last night. She was seen by multiple witnesses. Tell me everything I need to.
Neko kuca. Are you sure that Victoria is at the castle? Jer znači ona je otišla u...
Are you sure that was Victoria at the castle? How was that possible? You said strangers are not welcome. Has anyone seen me or Nikolai there?
Zašto ne odgovara sad?
I have to confess that something happened in the house we spent the night in. I don't know what exactly, but it was Victoria. She did this to me.
Officer?
Officer? Can you hear me? Complete nothingness.
Okay. Door.
Let me out! Finally, am I free to leave now?
You both have to come with me. Again.
Why?
Super.
Oh, where?
Beyond the wall of crosses.
Beyond the wall of crosses.
At last. The grandiose Church of Mary. After so many centuries, still here, still holding up against...
What are we doing here?
I'm not at liberty to talk about anything.
Znači, lik počne pričati
i
onda kao ne smije ništa reći. Šta imamo tu od scena? Nikolaj, Graves.
All entrapped within heavy iron cages.
Okay. Nikolaj.
Do you have any idea why we are here?
No, but I know what this place is. I overheard two officers talking at the station.
Okay.
I heard the detectives say this is the Church of Mary.
The officers referred to it as the Heart of Darkness. Said they've never been here until today.
Okay.
Judging by the architecture, I'd say the church was built in medieval times.
Srednji vijek.
I was told Victoria was seen at the castle last night.
They told me the same, and I don't know what to think. Let's not talk about it here.
Why not?
Ever heard of the Witch Nun from Minsk?
I see. So they told you about my orphanage days.
Yes.
Victoria knows you were an orphan?
Please. I don't want to talk about it.
Znači, on je, upoznao Witch Nun iz Minska. Dok je bio siroče.
Did they ask you anything about the house?
No, but I suspect they will. The warden is here, inside the churchyard.
Okay.
I can't believe this is happening to me.
Never mind, man.
Never mind.
Graves smo vidjeli. Dobro, a mogu s njim pričat? Ne mogu. Ok, di ćemo dalje. Car. What?
Someone's in the driver's seat. He looks tense.
Policija
wildly
piše.
moving his hands and head as if threatened.
Ok. Policija, evo ga. Ko je ovaj? Noren. Noren. I to je to. Ok, Noren. Idemo pričati. Šta se Nikolaju dogodilo?
You made it past the wall of crosses.
Yes.
Through tall trees, unmarked paths, and unnatural, dreadful silence. Into the heart of darkness where you invited us to meet.
Ko te pozvao, molim?
We invited you?
You have, with your deeds.
I don't understand.
What is
this place? Why are we here?
This church was built with one purpose only. To repel evil from the Carcassa forest.
Dobro.
It failed miserably, and was absorbed by darkness instead.
Great.
Chief, we'd appreciate it if you could tell us what's going on.
Words are unnecessary. Light always reveals.
Light always
Lights on, officer! Now, take a good look.
Ok. Naravno, mrlja krvi curi iz crkve, ne znam zašto. Ajde, da vidimo.
God,
God. Aha. What? Dobar dan, gospodine. Obješeni. Dobro.
What? Tell us, why are we here?
Lights off!
Pa dobro, zašto se sad ugasi?
Ranko Mercel, the beloved mayor of Saint Kotar, hanging up there all alone with a dreaded yellow mask.
Gradonačelnik.
Underneath the mask, he has nothing left. His face ripped off, his eyes gouged out and eaten. His skull cut open, and parts of his brain eaten. All whilst alive, tortured cruelly by the Moon Ghouls, or those that want to become one.
Šta su Moon Ghouls?
In the very end, his chest and abdomen were torn and his heart ripped out, to be devoured.
Okay. Who are the Moon Ghouls? To sam ja pitao. How could you possibly know? Da, isto dobro pitanje. Jedno i drugo.
His body is still up there. How could you possibly know all these things?
We don't have to pull him down to know what happened. We've seen this too many times in our lives.
Aha, znači ovo se ponavlja već sa drugim ljudima.
Who are the Moon Ghouls?
Saborans is their name. Servants of the moon demons. Okay. Some people believe they're not humans, but rather evil entities that take human form. We don't know who they are. They're hiding in the shadows, impossible to find.
Okay.
This is a horrific crime scene. We shouldn't be here.
Is this the way you welcome strangers in your town?
We know the mayor was murdered by Nermin, a man who decided to worship the moon deities. The past teaches us we are unable to see the true soul of other people, no matter how close they are to us.
So you interrogate strangers and tell them of the existence of malicious beings, and in the end you show them their prey?
Nermin didn't feast on the mayor's corpse alone. There was someone else who joined the ritual.
Aha. Biće ko će reći njegova sestra, odnosno njegova žena. The name Nermin doesn't mean anything to us. I knew this place was accursed. Nećemo još otići.
The name Nermin doesn't mean anything to us.
We're here for the first time in our lives, Chief. What do you want from us?
Lies. All lies. Where's Victoria? Or should I call her Petra instead?
Petra, dobro.
What do you mean?
We know she used the name Petra when introducing herself around town.
Our mother's name.
We just don't know where she's hiding, and we need you to tell us.
Da, ali njih dvojica je traže.
We don't know. When we woke, she wasn't in the house.
Oops.
It was our plan to go looking for her, but then your men intercepted us. We don't know where she is.
Why do you think she's hiding?
Do not try to make a fool of me. She was seen pushing a man from the castle roof last night. And when we found his severed head, he wore a yellow mask.
Opet yellow mask.
We know she helped Nermin. Her scratch pad was found up in the belfry amongst pieces of human flesh. If you want us to search for her, fine. Once we find her, she'll face the same fate as Nermin. They'll beg us to end their lives.
Okay. Yellow Mask, mislim da se demo ove igre zvao The Yellow Mask, jer ima neka fora s tim maskama žutim, to je bilo i na key art fotkama, iako još ne znam za šta služe, osim što je sad ovaj mrtvi gradonačelnik ima na sebi žutu masku, ali saznat ćemo valjda ubrzo. Why would she help Nermin, a complete stranger? Who was the man she allegedly pushed from the... I'm top.
Who was the man she allegedly pushed from the roof?
We're still trying to fish his body parts from the chasm below the castle. Whoever he was, he's just one piece of the puzzle.
Okay.
Why would she help Nermin, a complete stranger to her?
The Saborans cult needed a witch among them. Morbidity and the occult fascinate her.
Dobro.
She's your sister. You should know that.
Pa nisu baš
This is insane. My wife would never do harm to anyone, let alone join a cannibal cult.
How can you be so sure of her guilt? What proof do you have?
We found her belongings in the belfry. And her coat in the woods, not so far from here.
Coat? How do you know it's hers?
A coat, badly damaged, with blood stains. Her wallet and personal ID were inside. But we also found something else next to it. An eviscerated fetus.
What?
My sister was pregnant?
She still is. Don't you understand what they're trying to do here?
Victoria sacrificed her unborn child to the moon demons.
What?
No. This is not possible. She would never.
We know she's hiding somewhere, and we know you're lying. Which makes you her and Nermin's accomplices. She even tried to make us believe she killed herself after the murders.
Molim. Ubila se I to mi pokušala Okay. I fell asleep the moment.
An accomplice? I fell asleep the moment we entered that house. I am a man of God. How dare you put such sin on my soul?
I've seen many people say or think they're godly men. That means nothing. Faith is more than mere words.
Why do you think she tried to fake her own death?
There was a suicide note in her coat. Many have taken their own lives in this forest. She thought she could trick us with a message of repentance. Pathetic. You clearly don't have any intention to help us, but we might have means to change your mind.
Okay.
Chief, do you really think we would be lying? Is my wife really capable of committing such atrocities?
Look around. Can you smell death? Can you sense wickedness? Of course I believe that. This is a cursed land. And I don't know who you are, and I don't trust you. None of you. Take them away. Make them talk.
Sad sam bio u postaji.
You know how this works. Follow me.
Make them talk.
Why have we stopped, Detective?
Someone needs to help you out. I'm letting you go.
Wow, thanks, Detective. All of a sudden you want to help us. Why? Chief Norton will be furious with you.
All of a sudden you want to help us? Why?
Your sister came here to join a madman? She chose this town to fulfill her occult desires? And you're helping her to hide. That's insane. Maybe she got kidnapped by Nermin and... I don't know. You must find her as quickly as possible.
Thanks, Detective.
Chief Norton will be furious with you.
I never lied to him. Or at least it's what he thinks. He won't question my decision to let you leave.
Okay.
But you have to give me your word you won't leave town. We have your passports, but one can always find a way out if he wants to.
We promise.
I wouldn't question a word from two priests.
I promise.
Okay. Znači, obećali smo da nećemo pobjeći. Start your search with the button. Da nećemo pobjeći iz grada. Okay. What time is it? Could you give me my belongings back?
Could you give me my belongings back?
That I cannot do. I'm sorry.
What time is it?
I don't know, but it's getting late and you should act. Immediately.
The train is about to leave soon.
Okay, Dr. Hatur.
Dr. Hatur?
I was with him last night before the incident at the castle. He was already looking for Victoria.
Before the incident? Are you sure?
My head injury sometimes makes me have memory lapses, but you don't have to question my intelligence.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I knew it. The moment I saw that man, I knew there was something creepy about him.
Of course.
I don't know how, but he might be somehow connected with her disappearance.
Okay. Why did he stay at the house while we were being interrogated?
Why did he stay at the house while we were being interrogated?
He wanted to make sure Victoria wasn't there, but to tell you the truth, I think he had other reasons. I'm not sure.
Could he be found at a mental hospital?
Oh no. You can't possibly get to the Marov Asylum. It's
Marov
off limits
Asylum.
for non-staff or non-inmates. The doctor resides at the only lodge in this town, the Goldine Lodge. And that's where you should go first.
Okay, Goldine
Where's
Lodge.
this lodge located?
From here, go down towards the lake. Once you reach the shore, go left. You
Prema
can't miss it.
jezeru I onda lijevo. Kad dođemo do obale.
We have to go now.
Okay.
A few words of advice before we part ways. There is a reason why this town looks desolate, even in broad daylight.
Napušteno izgleda.
Don't get yourself fooled by the lights you see here. This soil is cursed, and the air tainted with wickedness. I know you can sense it. It's the opposite of what you're used to. Be wary while wandering around. Under no circumstances you should go into the forest or onto the mountain. They are forbidden.
Znači ne smijemo u šumu
Stick
I
to
na
the
planinu.
town. The
Okay.
moon ghouls are impossible to find, except for when it's too late for oneself. God bless you all. I hope you find salvation in spite of the horror all around you.
Okay, detective.
We have to split, Benedict. I'm going to the lodge. You should go back to the house, in case Victoria comes back.
I don't know my sister anymore. She became a person I've dreaded my whole life. She's a devil worshipper, a murderer, a person acting against God.
Who is she?
Who is she? How could she change so much?
Since when do you trust other people? They are lying, Benedict. Victoria is innocent.
Did she drag me here to sacrifice me? Like she did with her unborn child?
Hey, she did not do that. Our child is not dead. The chief is lying. Before this journey, when was the last time you saw her?
A couple of years ago, I guess.
I see and talk to her every waking hour since we married. People don't change that much. She's a good person.
They don't change. They just strip the facade and show their true self. If they are lying, how do you explain her scratch pad in the belfry?
I don't know.
I dokumente u jakni I sve ostalo.
And what about her coat? Or the fact that she used my mother's name to introduce herself?
We should ask if this is true. The only person she spoke to after arriving here is the lady from the souvenir shop over there.
Suvenirnica, dobro. Don't forget she was seen pushing a man from the castle's roof.
Don't forget, she was seen pushing a man from the castle's roof by multiple witnesses.
Maybe she was assaulted. We don't know who that man is. And what really happened last night. If we don't succeed in finding her soon, going to the castle is something we should consider. And this is partly on us. If we weren't so weak, we wouldn't have been drowned into a nightmarish cycle of dreams. Just look around you. It's already night, for God's sake.
I've noticed. It means we slept for more than half a day.
Even when dead tired, one can never sleep that much. It's unnatural. The house definitely did this. Because we were weak.
It's my fault? It was her idea to make me come here, and she picked that damned house. How do you explain the balcony horror?
You're right. I'm sorry. I don't know how to explain many things. I'm just trying to find a meaning in all this madness. We should move, brother.
Yes.
She might already be back at the house. Or in danger at the hands of that warden.
Dobro.
No. I'm leaving.
A on I dalje ide.
You what?
I'm leaving. Going back to Budapest.
You won't make it past the border. You don't have your passport.
That's true.
I'll be fine. Given the circumstances, Father Imre will understand why I didn't talk to the priest of Saint Kotar.
But he will judge you if you leave your sister here.
I don't care about Victoria and what she got into. God will be her judge.
Wow.
God will condemn you for leaving your sister to die here. Open your eyes. She's the only real family you have.
Zašto nemam nikakav drugi od... Okay.
My family died the day my father left us. I'm with God alone now.
If you leave, you will pursue your own selfish desires, not his will and words. She was accused wrongly. You need to stay here and help me find her in the name of faith.
Okay, tu mogu odabrati. You think she might be back at the house?
You think she might be back at the house?
Could be. It's the only place where she knows we might be. Are you going to help me?
Yes. I'm going to the house, and if she's there, I'm leaving at once. If she's there, I'm leaving at once. It's pointless, she's dead. Ali piše stay i leave. Odabrat ćemo, eto, stay, da mu pomognemo, jer udvoje je zabavnije u mističnom horor gradu.
I'm going to the house, and if she's there, I'm leaving at once.
You both wait on me, but stay out of the house and hide somewhere outside. The warden or the police might come back. I'm going to the lodge. Be careful.
Baš me zanima šta bi se dogodilo da sam odabrao otići iz grada, jer su rekli studija da postoje različite opcije i da se drugačije stvari odigraju ovisno o odabirima igrača, tako da možda je bio jedan od interesantnih odabira. Ok, evo došli smo do dijela gdje možemo gradu konačno istražiti stvari. Statue, ajde vidimo šta se tu sve nalazi, pa ćemo onda morati odabrati jedan od ovih puteva da pronađemo dalje lokacije koje nam trebaju. Statue kaže, šta kaže?
Ivan Kotar.
Ivan Kotar.
Sanctus Patronus.
Zaštitnik, svetac. Sign.
It's barely readable. That must read Sveti Kotar. And that should be the coat of arms of Croatia, the chessboard.
Odlično. Effigy remains. Aha, tu su spalili ovu lik, onaj neki.
Only dust remains of the thing that was set on fire last night.
Evo, Cica se javlja. Notice board. Notice.
For some people, this stone is the only hope they have left.
Okay. Who is this? Who is these guys? Poster.
Our beloved priest and friend.
Drawing.
Anyone found my legs yet?
What the fuck? Poster.
Beloved wife and mother, Melita Lavnjak.
Melita
Missing
Lavnjak.
since October 1991 at the entrance of Carcassa. Young Kadia. Missing his love since June. Haven, last seen on the last day of February 1993.
Molim?
Haven, last seen on the last...
Ok, nestala 93. Koje godine se uopće ovo odjaviti? Što nisu nijedan trenu rekli? Ok, u kojem smjeru ja sad trebam ići? Treba bi kao, ako igram sad sa Benedekom, ako je ovaj drugi je otišao, onda ja trebam otići kao do kuće pronaći, ali ne znam u kojem smjeru je kuća. Šta je tu? Evo, možda tu kod ove, je li tu ona teta sa onim štandom? Nešto se i to spominjalo. Dobar dan, Ida. Evo maske.
Weird executioner masks. They genuinely look old.
Shelves, šta ima na policama?
They look so awkward and unnatural, as if made by someone who never saw them living.
Suvenirnica Lavnjak, kaže, tu piše.
Suvenirnica Lavnjak.
Okay.
Ah, the drawing makes perfect sense. Lav in Croatian should mean lion.
Yes. Shelves.
Statues and death masks of Ivan Kotar, and some small-sized replicas of the torture wheel.
Robe.
It evokes a repulsive feeling, and I guess that is its purpose, but I'm not sure it's something God would approve of, no matter the cause. tiny chairs of torture and bells. I must say they are faithfully recreated to the smallest detail.
Sjajno. Tiny tree.
A strange, tiny-sized tree with red leaves. Growing out of a head vase makes it even stranger, if not morbid.
Yes.
Madam?
Do I look like a madam to you?
Yes.
Well...
You're going to make me blush, sir. Welcome to my little hut. My name's Ida. Ida Lavnjak.
Okay. I already know your name. How? Your last name is Lavnjak, right? Yes, she just said that.
I already know your name.
How? Do I know you?
Not really, but you know my sister. I was with her last night.
Oh, yes, I remember now. The shy and anxious older brother, Benedict. Or should I say, monk Benedict.
Yes.
She said that?
No, sir. It's just the way you looked. Why didn't you come closer when we called you?
Her eyes focused somewhere behind me, with a weary and terrified gaze.
It's all right. You don't have to answer. Where's Victoria?
I don't know. I was hoping you could help me. Last night, did she come back after we left the square?
There were a lot of people here long after that, and I was preparing to close, so I really couldn't say.
Have you seen her today?
Have you seen her today?
No, I don't think so. What's going on?
She disappeared.
Oh no, not her, not again. I hope she's not
again.
Another victim of the moon.
She was seen pushing a man from the castle's roof last night.
I heard about that accident this morning. She did that. She really pushed that man.
Eyewitnesses saw her.
Liars. Who are these people?
Does it really matter?
You believe their story? You really think she did it?
Well...
You've heard about the mayor.
Heard what?
They found his body in the forest.
What? Who told you that?
The police forced me to see it. The body was hanged from the belfry of the Church of Mary. Mutilated, disemboweled, and half-eaten by the crows.
Those animals. I'm sorry you had to see that. Poor mayor. I'll light up a candle for him today.
What can you tell me about Nermin?
Never seen him, but have heard and retold many stories about him. What do you want to know?
It's a small town. How come you've never seen him?
Because he's one of those who lives under the moonlight, while the rest of us do our best to keep away from it.
Okay.
A moon ghoul.
The worst of them all. I feel lost now. Why are you asking me all these questions? And you didn't answer me. You think your sister pushed that man?
I don't know.
You really think she's capable of doing it? I know her very little, but I know those accusations are absurd.
Okay.
She is capable, and I believe she did it. Listen carefully.
Znači on automatski vjeruje. Her husband Nikolai and I are now suspect. She did something to keep us stuck in the house. They found her. Okay, ajde, da. Recimo ovo je bio logično odabir. By the way, da, soundtrack je dosta fora. Yes, ja se slažem.
In the vicinity of Merzel's body, they found her coat and other belongings. She was there. She did it. She helped Nermin. Her husband Nikolai and I are now suspects. The police think we are hiding her somewhere, which makes us look like accomplices of Nermin. She did something to keep us stuck in the house. We woke up having no memory of what happened last night. At the same time, she was seen by multiple witnesses pushing a man from the roof.
I don't know what to say except that Victoria is a good person. She looks so gentle and vulnerable. Like a butterfly. I refuse to believe these things, but I could be wrong. I'm sorry, Benedict.
Da.
How can I help?
I don't know. Maybe you can't. Maybe only God can do something. Not even God. She's lost forever.
Okay, šta tu još imamo? What book are you reading? Where should I look for Victoria?
Where should I look for Victoria? She won't come out in the open. It would be too risky.
Well, if I were you, I'd start my search in the forest.
Rekli su da ne smijem
In Carcassa?
Udav Mountain could be a good place to start too, but I've never been there, so I can't give guidance.
Carcassa and Udav are forbidden places, aren't they?
I don't believe what they say about them. The forest is a beautiful place. The tall trees, Pepel, the river spring, and the silence. Listen. Search the forest. Make sure not to get caught while entering, and keep your eyes open once inside. You'll be fine.
Okay.
Who decided to forbid these places?
Ironically, the same man that was found dead in the heart of the forest. Mayor Ranko Merzel.
You think his death had something to do with the decision?
No, I don't know. The proof of fate is a decree that he put in place soon after taking control of the town. It's a decree that compels people to stay away from the places on the list, and to report suspicious activities and misbehavior.
Such as?
Blasphemous and heretical talk, to name a few. But the decree's main objective is to find and execute those against or unfaithful to God.
She sounds like she doesn't approve of this.
I guess it's a good thing. I don't know.
You don't adhere to the law.
You don't adhere to the law.
Not in this case, at least not entirely. You know. And please don't say this to anyone, or you'll have me tortured and killed, all right?
Go on. I promise.
Carcassa has been like my second home in the last few years. I can't get enough of its silence. I know what you are going to say. It's dangerous, dark, and forbidden. But listen to me. Sometimes it gets dangerous, true. And the mayor's death proves it. But isn't that normal? It's life. It's people.
It's life? Everything here feels rotten and reeks of death.
Don't say that. And don't talk to others this way. If we stop dreaming and lose hope, what do we have left? Look, I don't know if you should go into the forest. I don't want to get you in trouble or killed. I have no idea where you should look, really. I'm sorry. Oh, wait, I have something here. It might not tell you where to go, but at least give you some orientation. A map of the town and its surroundings. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
Sure, thank you.
Glad I could do something. Just be careful.
Okay. Achievement sam dobio. Map for Benedek. Odlično. Šta ćemo još pitati? Your last name is Lavnjak, to znamo. Effigy turned into ash last night. What does it represent? Ajde, pitamo to za ovaj...
The effigy turned into ash last night. What does it represent?
A demon slave of the moon god. The Effigy Ritual marks the end of the day of Saint Kotar. People gather on the square, they pray and chant as one voice. Which sounds beautiful. It's the best part. No, it's the only part of the day I love.
I thought the exact opposite. It was a disturbing scene, and I felt true, primal fear.
Then the mayor comes out and everyone stops, and when the last words leave his mouth, the effigy is finally set on fire.
Has anyone been hurt over the years? The fire spreads very quickly, a wide and massive whirl as if ignited from the darkest of places.
No, not that I recall. I don't know. Why?
Ovaj se voice line preskočio, ali dobro, rekli su da će biti možda potencijalnih problema sa voice lineovima na početku, pa će biti nekakav patch za to.
Yes, and because it could come down at any moment. It's so tall, the nearby buildings could be hit.
Nothing to worry about. God is protecting them. Or at least it's what they believe. Oh, and those who are tasked with creating the effigy are given a free pass into the forest. Can you guess why?
Why?
No.
You haven't even tried to guess. Because it's made of black wood, plant roots, and undergrowth from Carcassa. Slaves of the moon god supposedly live or dwell as spirits if they are dead, inside the forest, and so, you know. Some of the townsfolk even swear to hear the wailing of demons the whole night after the fire. I don't know.
Okay, how come you weren't dressed as a priest last night?
How come you weren't dressed as a priest last night?
That question.
Excuse me?
Oh, sorry, nothing against you. But it's the same annoying question that keeps coming back at me, like a bat flapping in circles, year after year. I see October 28th on the calendar, and I know what's coming to bite me.
October 28th, što je danas. Upravo kad je igra izašla. Okay, dobra referenca. So what's the reason? Why does everyone else wear it?
Why does everyone else wear it?
Because the inhabitants believe we are all disciples of Saint Kotar, and so we have to dress like them on the day. Not just in the evening when the effigy is set on fire, but all the time, from dawn to dusk.
So what's the reason?
I tell everyone I can't wear it because I have to work. But the truth is...
Yes?
I don't believe it would make a difference if I did. In general, the ritual doesn't make a difference.
But what is the reasoning behind it? The dress is just a terrifying shadow of what a priest's robe should look like.
There's a belief that wearing it scares off demons, witches, and other evil spirits. I guess the darker it looks, the scarier it is. I don't know.
Da, okej. Ništa, idemo dalje.
Excuse me.
Sure.
Dobro. Da, što se voice actinga tiče, fakat fora zvuči, iako pazi, glavni lik i ovaj njegov šogor, kak se zove Nikolaj, glavni lik je Benedek, su kao Mađari, basically, porijeklom valjda, ili žive u Mađarskoj, ali će ispast da su negdje odavde, očito sa ovom njegovom sestrom Viktorijom i mama kojom se zove Petra, ali su glavni glumci, koliko sam skužio, ono baš Amerikanci, su likovi koji su dali glas. Dok su ostali svi ovi građani kao očito lokalci iz Hrvatske, pa onda imaju i hrvatske glumce, što se čuje, ali je ono zato autentično u principu i dosta fora zvuči, da. Ok, trebamo ići nazad do kuće, samo ne znam u kojem smjeru. Dobio sam mapu da vidimo, ali ima, a nema mapa. Gdje je mapa? Kao dala mi je kartu. A, evo ga map. Da vidimo. Sveti Kotar. Gagulta, Grimalda, Udav, Hali, Klek. Klek! Okej. Da, mislio sam da će biti malo konkretnija mapa koja će pokazati gdje se nalazi kućica, ali zapravo ne. Okej. Da vidimo možda u ovom smjeru. Briješ da je to namjerno i zbog priče autentičnosti, ne samo budžeta. Da, pa mislim ima smisla zapravo, potpuno. Da budu autentični jer bi trebali biti kao dođeš u selo u Hrvatskoj i sad naravno da će stanovnici, lokalci pričati sa ono hrvatskim naglaskom, tako da makes perfect sense. Valjda je ovaj smjer onda prema kući nazad, ajde da vidimo. Yes, okej. Evo nas već kod kućice. Da li ima kakav interaktivni objekt, osim... Opa, Benedek, jesi dobro?
I wasn't sure I heard a voice, but I did. Victoria is here.
Aha, to nije njegov plać bio. Čekaj, šta? Ne mogu ući tu.
It's locked.
Okej, ne mogu, onda idemo. Gle, možemo se prebaciti sad i na drugog lika, čekaj.
It's dark, and my eyes could be deceiving me, but that doesn't seem to be...
Who goes there? I'm Lucia, the owner of this house.
I apologize, miss. I'm Benedict. Victoria is my sister.
Who's Victoria?
Who's Victoria? Okay.
Rough day. Sorry. I meant Petra. Petra is my sister.
I didn't know she had a brother and that he was coming with her to Saint Kotar.
Nobody knew. It was a last-minute decision.
So where is she now?
We're trying to find her.
We? Who is we? Are there more people I don't know about?
Her husband, Nikolai, came as well.
I was told she was to come alone on Friday, October 28th. Rented the house for the 3 nights. Said she wants to give herself a gift for the soul. A strange woman, I tell you that. Something happened?
Nothing in particular. We woke up and she was gone.
She's probably sightseeing. One can easily get lost in the beauty of
She's
the
probably
place,
sightseeing.
lose track of time.
I don't think so.
What happened here?
I didn't want to yell at you, but since you're asking, you tell me. I almost fainted of sorrow after opening the door. Look at my bust, reduced to pieces. Somebody has to pay for the damage. Animals.
You'll have to ask the warden to pay for that. We left the house untouched.
The warden? What warden? Dr. Hatur?
Yes, Dr. Hatur.
But I did nothing wrong. Why would he come to my house? Was he looking for me?
I don't know. He didn't tell us the reason and we couldn't argue. A detective was with him.
Maybe they saw my art as blasphemous and heretical. Maybe they'll take me into the asylum. That's why he destroyed the bust and the stoop. He was sending a message. I'm doomed.
He won't take further action, Commandant. Your work is an insult to God. You should get rid of it. Commandant, ajde, nećemo biti...
He won't take further action.
What do you mean? He was here for me.
Why would he cause this damage without taking you in? It doesn't make sense.
You think?
This looks like he was just giving a warning. Maybe because of something else you did.
I don't know what I did, but I can live with a warning. I'll try to be more careful from now on. Thank you, my friend.
Oh, my friend. Have you had any strange dreams in this house? We opened the balcony door and found a strange mass. Did you...
We opened the balcony door and found a strange mass.
So it was you who broke the glass on the door?
No, I just opened it. I promise.
Maybe those bloody crows did it. Wouldn't be the first time. It started recently. They come to the balcony, raking in mud, small twigs and other crow filth. I tried to scare them off, but nothing is working. And they are very aggressive. I can't light a candle anymore. Whenever I do, they swarm outside and start scratching at the windows and door. The balcony is where they gather and ultimately die. It's like their graveyard or something. I can't explain it. If they don't back off soon, I'll have to start taking action. I don't want my guests to feel threatened.
Well, it's too late for that.
Have you had any strange dreams in this house?
Whenever I don't have guests, I sleep here. And guests are as rare as the sun in this town. My dreams are always great. Why?
It's just that both Nikolai and I had a rough night's sleep with harrowing dreams.
That must have been the demon of tiredness, not the house. You had a long drive yesterday.
Demon of tiredness.
Weren't you supposed to welcome us last night?
I told your sister I'll leave the key at the neighbor's and that I'll pass by later, after the castle.
You were at the castle?
Sure.
Did you see me there?
I was there only for a brief time. Couldn't stand all those people. But how could I see you when everyone has to wear... Wait a minute. Did you go inside without a mask?
No, of course not. Was she here after you came by?
I didn't make it. This right here is me visiting after the castle. You are a strange person. No wonder you two are relatives. Why are you asking all these questions?
Because she stayed in the house and fell asleep, and when I came back I couldn't find her. I don't know her whereabouts since last night.
You know, if you don't trust her, you should just talk to her. But if you already did, then my only advice is to talk to Madame Vera, my neighbor. She may be old, but she never misses a thing, always lurking from that window of hers.
I can do that.
If you just knock, she will pretend to be dead. She doesn't like strangers. You must introduce yourself to her. Say exactly who you are and why you're looking to talk to her. Tell the truth. I heard that she had some sort of visions of the life of Saint Kotar, the patron saint of the town. It's what allowed her to sneak into other people's houses as a babysitter.
I'll try to talk to her.
And do not go knocking on the door. She hates that.
Do you mind if I look?
Not at all. You are allowed to stay here for 2 more nights.
That is something you should discuss with my sister.
Ok, da vidimo šta sad ima tu. Ovaj pisoar je razbijen.
The blasphemous basin is destroyed. I approve of the act.
Odlično. Možemo li sad lampu uzeti?
I don't need it.
Dobro. Painting.
This woman eerily reminds me of Victoria in her younger days, back when I could rely on her, instead of having to fear her.
Ništa novo tu nije rekao. Mircica. Da vidimo šta ima gore na katu. Pod nekim čudnim razlogom.
For some reason, someone decided to wrap the carpet and put it here.
Eto, to i on kaže. Imamo neke nove interaktivne stvari. Knjiga je su na podu.
It must have been the warden who did this. What use is there in throwing books on the floor?
Okay.
We left it on the table, with its front side facing the wall. Now it's up again, looking at me with those mean eyes. We left it on the
Dobro. Jel imaš stražna ovoga na balkonu?
Everything is as we left it, but the crow's head is missing, and there's broken glass on the floor now.
Wow. Bookshelf.
This bookshelf was full of books before. A lot of them are missing now.
Nema knjiga. Ok, basically nema ništa novo tu. Do tad se možemo prebaciti na drugog lika. Na ovoga Nikolaja da vidimo šta se s njim događa i gdje je on.
I couldn't have missed the tallest building out here. This must be the lodge where Hatur resides.
Dobro. Sign. Oni istraže gdje je ovaj doktor.
Goldine.
Idemo unutra. Okay. Hello, sir. Bowl, za šta je ovo zdjela? Za nekog kera, životinju, mačku? Ili još
No food in there. Just some tiny crumbs.
Pisoar.
The clock is dead. At the stroke of midnight.
Of course.
The clock is...
Čekaj, nisu bila dva interaktivna... Hole, okay.
Not sure about its usage. It simply looks like a... hole.
Seems to be that way. Da vidimo što ima od slika na zidu.
I see an executioner talking to small-sized men and women.
They're about to be slaughtered. Dobro. Dalje.
Pula.
Pula.
Seems to be a painting of the place. An old coastal town with a Roman Colosseum.
Air studio iz Pule. Da vidimo dalje.
Several people are calling for help, drowning in the ocean. Angels look down on them from the safety of the sky, proud of themselves.
Good.
Elderly women dancing with a tall, dark man around a bonfire. They seem to be happy. A man standing at the entrance of the forest, weighing whether he should venture forth.
A mi ćemo se morati odlučiti ćemo ići u šumu ili ne, jer je kao zabranjeno područje, ali ko zna, zid koji je zazidan. Ne zid, nego vrata koja su zazidana.
What's the story behind this bricked up passage?
Ja, neki čiko ovdje. Hello. This looks surprisingly živahno. Da vidimo name.
Nicholas Handel.
Nicholas Handel. Who are you, guy? Mapa, možemo uzeti mapu koja stoji tu kod portira. Portir se zove Luka.
Can I take this map? Might come in handy while going around this valley.
Why not? Nobody wants it. Nobody needs it. Take it.
Okay, I did.
It's been laying there for centuries.
Centuries. Još sam jednu mapu uzeo svoj achievement, odlično da imam. Aha, ne, mapa se tu pregledala. Sad drugačije izgleda. Ups. Ne, ista je mapa naravno, I think. Sabor, tu piše sad, ne piše Sveti Kotar. What? Ovo je drugačija mapa. Znači, ovo je kao staro ime. It's been here for centuries, znači prije se grad Sveti Kotar zvao Sabor. Očito. Dobro. Idemo pričati sa portirom.
A name is Luka, at your service.
Of course you are.
I'm looking for Dr. Hatur. I have an appointment with him.
No, you don't.
Excuse me? How would you know that?
The warden takes no visitors here, only in the asylum. And I trust you are well aware you don't want to be a patient of his.
Sjajno. Hrvatsko gostoprimstvo na dijelu. Can you tell me where the doctor's room is?
Can you tell me where the doctor's room is?
I don't know where it is.
What do you mean? You are the receptionist here.
I never saw Mr. Godin's room. I only heard about it from Mr. Wilde.
What?
I have to speak to Mr. Hatur, not Mr. Godin.
I know, but like I said, I never saw his room. Dr. Hatur resides in Godin's former room.
How is it possible that you don't know each and every room in this building? Have you just started working here?
No, sir. I'm working here for quite some time, actually. But I'm not allowed to see Godin's room, and I don't know where it's located.
The fuck?
How can I find Hatur then?
I don't know.
Is he even in the lodge?
Yes, he is. Look, you should probably ask Mr. Wilde about everything you need or want. I'm just a receptionist here.
Wow.
That bricked up passage over there.
Yes?
What happened?
It was bricked up.
Why?
Oh, I'm not sure, sir. That was long before my time. I just heard stories.
Tell me more.
I can't. All I can say is there is another way to get inside the room.
Well.
Where? How do I find it?
I don't know. And if I did, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Apologies, sir.
The guest rooms are upstairs, right?
Sir, only the guests who are chosen are allowed to see the rooms.
How can I be chosen?
Sir?
You said I have to be chosen to go upstairs.
Right. I don't know how you can be chosen.
But who's choosing? And why?
Mr. Wilde. He's not here at the moment, and I don't know when he will return. Apologies, sir.
Do you have a cat or a dog? Šta?
Do you have a cat or
dolje.
a dog?
S hranom.
No, we're done.
Then why do you have a bowl down there?
That belongs to the king in yellow.
King in yellow. Malo ovih True Detective.
Do you want to tell me who that is?
No, sir. I can't tell you who he is. Mr. Wilde is the only one who can.
This king in yellow, cat or dog, whatever it is, could be the key to find Mr. Wilde. And if I can get to him, I would be allowed access to Hatur's room. Where is Mr. Wilde?
He's not here.
I know. I can see that. Where can I find him?
You can. He finds you.
Okay.
Luca, if you'll excuse me.
Certainly, sir.
Great. Baš si bio od pomoći. Ajmo gore vidjeti šta ima.
I'm not allowed to go upstairs.
Onda ne idemo vidjeti gore šta ima. What?
Ranko Merzel.
Gradonačelnik.
Ranko...
A šta, čije su ovo liste još?
Martin Zuderfleet.
Martin Zuderfleet. Dobro.
Natalia Pietrzak.
To je nešto poljsko.
Timo.
Timo.
Renate Zimmerman.
Odlično.
Victor, the 152 cat Kampa.
Šta je ovo?
Patrick Paverick Meyer.
Mislim da znam šta je ovo. Su ovo imena Beckera. Dakle, igra je bila i na Kickstarteru inače i imala dosta dobru i uspješnu Kickstarter kampanju.
Fran Merzel.
Ovo nije, ovo je Merzel je i nešto spominjano u igri, ali zvuče mi ova imena kao da su imena pravih...
Zazu.
Zazu.
Peter Stiebel.
Ne, premalo ih ima ako je ovo kraj prostorije da budu Beckeri.
Lake Kubilius.
What?
Michael Schminder. Jensen Cook.
What does this mean?
Ivan Goldin.
Evo ga, Ivan Goldin. Okej. Šta god to bilo sad s ovim imenima. No. Weird room. Ok, tu onda ne možemo ništa više napraviti. Ima još negdje za otići, to je... nema. Ćemo morati izaći van, ok. Idemo dalje. Šta uopće on ima od zadataka? Is Haturin Vol? I believe Dr. Who is somehow connected with my voice. He resides somewhere in the lodge and I should do whatever it takes to get to him and make him talk. Ali on će naći mene kao, znači nemam tu šta više za napraviti. Šta je tu u ovom smjeru? Šuma. Možda se treba vratiti.
Looks like a maze. I have no desire to go inside.
Okej. Šta u ovom smjeru ima? Da, možda ću se trebati vratiti na onog Benedeka tamo još, jer nisam našao kao sestru u kući, ali treba da možda dalje ići s njim istražiti. Nešto. What? Antun. Bucket.
Just a boat, floating alone in the fog.
Okay. Kakva je ovo kanta?
It's empty.
Great. Po kantu ne. That girl. Ajde, ako znamo da se zove Antun.
Hello, youngster. What's your name?
Antun.
Super.
What are you doing here?
Fishing.
At night?
Best time.
True that.
It's dangerous to be out here at night, especially for a child.
Why?
Didn't you hear what happened to your mayor? And what about those moon things?
You mean the moon ghouls? I saw them once here on the lake.
What do they look like? What are they?
Yellow. Their whole body is yellow, except for the faces. They don't have faces. Their faces are shadows.
Ovaj naglasak je čudan. Dijete Antun ima britanski naglasak, prvi za sada u ovoj igri.
You were hidden somewhere?
They saw me, but they could do nothing. Dr. Hatur was taking them away.
Where did he take them?
I don't know. The doctor told me to go away. I didn't look back. He's always good to me. Always gives me food. Says I have to gain weight.
Well, cool story, bro. Do you have spare bait? Mamat, how's your fishing going?
Do you have spare bait?
Why?
I need food for a pet. He is hiding, and I need to lure him out.
You want to see the king in yellow?
Yes.
How did you know?
He's beautiful. That is why. Everyone wants to see the king in yellow.
What are you doing, kid? That must be painful.
Šta napravio?
Take it. This will definitely help you. He loves my skin.
What? Piece of skin.
Mother Evelina says I can't feel pain. I use skin to cool my mother and father too. But they don't seem to love it. Only the king in yellow does.
What?
Thank you, Antun. But don't do that anymore. It could be dangerous if it gets infected. How's your fishing?
Badly.
Wouldn't you need a fishing rod? Net? Or...
Yes.
I'm not trying to catch them. I'm just called...
Samo poziva ribe. Malo sam ubrzo dijalog. The lake seems lifeless to me. Are you sure this is...
The lake seems lifeless to me.
I know it is. Mother Evelina told...
So your mother told you to come to this very pier...
At night.
To try to catch some fish? She must be an exemplary parent.
She is good to me. She loves me. Look.
Look? How do I see?
She made this dress with bells just for me. Others don't have dress like this.
For sure. Others.
Others? Who are they?
My brothers.
Why would she give you a dress with bells?
I can call for help when others are mean to me. Evelina always comes.
Okay.
Why do you let your brothers be mean? Fight for yourself.
I don't want to be mean towards strangers. Mother Evelina says it is impolite.
Your siblings can't be strangers to you.
What?
You live in the same house, eat the same food, maybe even sleep in the same room.
We live together, but they are still strangers. See, I think they know where their parents are. I don't.
Kid, are you all right?
Good question.
No. I want to find my parents.
So, Evelina is not your mother?
Šta se događa tu?
She told me my mother and father are living here now. Somewhere inside Lake Harley.
What?
I'm trying to call them. I want to see them.
Šta se sad upravo dogodilo?
Do you live in an orphanage, perhaps?
I live in a big house. Above our roof is a giant tower with giant bells.
Crkva, dakle.
And we have a big courtyard. With a big wall and tall trees that prevent demons and evil spirits to visit us when they leave their underground beds.
You know, when I was your age, I lived in a house such as yours.
Evelina was your mother too?
No, my mother's name was Olga.
Was she as good as my mother?
She always protected me from my brothers and sisters.
You also had a dress like mine? With bells?
No, but I would have loved to have one.
Take care. Yes. Goodbye, weird kid.
Goodbye.
Bye. Jel pao video na Lorez? Nemam pojma. Ne čini mi se. Doduše izgleda malo kao da je. Sad kad gledam ovako je nešto čudno se dogodilo. Weird. Ok, idem probat staviti kožu ovog u posudu da dođe Yellow King. Što bi trebala biti neka životinja or something. Šta se dogodilo sa streamom? Zašto je pala kvaliteta? Ok. Gdje mi je inventar? Piece of skin.
Antun's piece of skin. Ugh, gross. But I need it for the king in yellow.
So weird. Evo ga, stavit ćemo piece of skin u posudu. Dobro. Evo mačka. Mačka je ipak. The Yellow King je žuta
Mr.
mačka.
Wild has chosen you.
Mr. Wild. Where is he?
Where is he?
Pa evo ga,
You
dolje.
called him, he answered. You can see him now.
This room is the same as before, except for this yellow cat that just showed up.
That is him. The king in yellow is Mr. Wild. Mr. Wild is the king in yellow.
Šta? Mr. Wild is a cat.
Mr. Wild is a cat?
Mr. Wild is the name of his earthly being. The body has an essence, a soul. That soul is the king in yellow. You can think of yourself as a lucky man. He loves to eat human skin. But I think he chose you because of the circumstances.
What circumstances?
What circumstances?
Strange is the night when dark arises. On a strange night like this with a full moon. Stranger still is the lost man who lost in Carcassa Woods.
Wow.
Dr. Hathor sang today's circumstances in sorrow. But the king loves this song.
So what now?
So what now?
As the king in yellow. I'm just his servant.
Okay, I'm pričat s
I have
mačkom.
to talk to a cat. Is this man one of Hathor's patients on the loose?
Okay, let's talk to the cat. Da vidimo. I would like your permission to go upstairs.
I would like your permission to go upstairs. I have to talk to Hathor.
The king says you are not allowed. You may, though, go to his room.
If I don't go upstairs, where can I find his room?
There is a passage leading to it. The king will not help you find it, but neither will he obstruct you.
Molim?
What are you doing? What's going on?
I'm not allowed to see it.
Šta? Aha, iza su vrata, ali ne vidim šta je napravio.
You're free to step inside. Though beware, it is a one-way pass. Once you get in, there is no coming back. You will have to find another way out.
Super. Okay.
Excuse.
A šta je ovaj napravio? Sakrio se dolje negdje. Taman smo stajali ovdje pa nisam vidio.
The king in yellow is here now.
Dobro, već smo pričali s King in Yellow. Hoćemo još nešto probati reći kralju u Yellow. Yes.
Once you get in...
Dobro. Ništa, idemo ući unutra.
Lucas said it's not possible to come back. Am I really ready to go in?
Ajde idemo, pa šta bude.
I'm going in. What is this place? It's like I entered into a hellish nightmare.
What is this?
And there's no going back now.
Portrait, painting, okay. Gleda me, portrait.
Antun Fero Istarski.
Antun Fero Istarski. Ok, mačka tu kod mene isto, osim King in Yellow priča.
How is this possible? I remember this painting from the orphanage.
Okay. Children.
My brothers and sisters from the orphanage. Horrible souls deserve a horrible fate.
What? None.
My mother. The only person who stood up for me.
Priest.
My father. He used to tell me I'm nothing but a sin, and called me God's degenerate. I must be losing my mind. Mother? Is that really you?
Čekaj, tu je još jedan portret prije nego što priđemo s mamom. Okay.
Kelly Sue Drayton.
What does that mean?
Why am I seeing you?
It is time. I'm always with you.
Okay, Mom.
The painting from the orphanage. How did it end up in this place?
You see what you want.
Lies. In the real painting, I was standing by your side, and there were no other children.
Your existence is changing. You have no family anymore, son. Follow me. I'll help you find your woman and child.
Mother?
Dobro. Idemo za njom, ajde.
I will demonic slave. Where is she? Where's my
What?
No! Ah!
Nikolaj je malo inkapacitiran izgleda. Ok, sad smo nazad Benedekovoj ulozi. Čekaj da imamo, did we see anything? Lucia, the owner of the house. Šta moramo tu napraviti? Svojim, to sam zaboravio. Well, that was weird. U svakom slučaju, I must talk to her, investigate the castle. I should find the Grimalda castle, investigate what happened last night. Dobro. Victoria nismo našli. Talk to the town priest. Wait in the house. I told him I'm going to the house. I fear the house, it's a curse. Pa Nikolaja očito nećemo dočekati jer je nestao tamo. Ok. Šta tu još možemo napraviti?
Never mind.
Očito ne baš puno. Ništa, idemo onda van, I guess. Obaviti neke od drugih zadataka. Iz ovog smjera smo došli, jel tako? Tako je. Idemo onda u ovom smjeru pričati s ovom nekom gospođom s kojom smo rekli da bi trebali razgovarati. Ali ne kucat na vrata, nego kao javiti joj se. Let's see. Fallen Angel.
The Catechism says, after an angel decides to sin, he falls from heaven and becomes a demon.
Dobro. Tree. Šta je s drvetom?
Who keeps a dead tree?
Dobro, cica.
Who keeps a dead tree?
Stisnuo sam na isto. engraving, to sam
4 letters divided by a cross. V, K, J, and P.
V, K, J I P. Šta bi to moglo značiti? Window. Sup, bok Luka Lovrić.
Hello.
Dobrodošao na 4. dan Reboot Halloween Weeka. Igramo Saint Kotar i evo, pomalo ide. Kako si ti, Madame Vera?
Madame Vera? My name is Benedek. I spent the night at your neighbor's. Could I ask you some questions? The woman that came with me is my sister. We can't find her today. Did you see if she left the house sometime after we arrived last night? Have you seen her today, perhaps? Who are you? My name is Benedek, and...
What?
Vera is old, not deaf.
Vera is weird.
Who are you? Benedek, I'm a monk from Budapest. What do you want from me, monk?
Šta? Kako ona komunicira s njim?
I'm trying to find my sister. Have you seen her? No, but I heard last night. After we arrived? Much later, in the night, with a man.
Okay.
What man? Nikolai? No, the one who came here earlier today stayed in the house. The warden? Dr. Hator? Him, the man with the demonic voice. What did Hator and my sister do? Went into the forest together, talked there for a while, then silence. Where in the forest? At the crossroad. Go straight into the forest. It's where the path leading from the town ends? Just go inside there. Once you find it, you will know. Did you hear what they talked about? No, sounded like whispering, praying, chanting.
Of course.
Can you describe Hator?
Oh god. Aha, daj nam nešto.
What is it? My eyes were taken from me. God has his ways. I'm sorry. God has nothing on this. I deserved punishment. I deserve solitude.
Oh god.
You still questioning my words. I am sure I didn't see him, but it is the same man that stayed in the house. The demonic voice. I'm having a hard time reading your chalkboard. Why can't you talk? Piece of chalkboard. School damaged object. A present from someone special to me. I asked if you could talk, madam. Tongue was torn out. I am eyeless and wordless.
Sjajno.
Terrible fate. I can't imagine the pain. Who made you blind and mute? No need to tell me. I just... The body of my sister.
Huh?
Your sister did this to you? A corpse now. She had to do it. It's my fault.
What does that mean?
Your sister, family. What could you have done to deserve such a cruel punishment? I provoked. I need to suffer for my faith. It is all I have left. Don't ask again. I heard about... I still have them. Visions of Saint Kotar, his birth, life, the horrors of Udav,
death.
Can you tell me? Visions are mine. Don't... Excuse me.
Okay, gospođo.
You are damaged. missing soul you have.
Okay.
Excuse me? Cursed, like me, but a good man. Help me find the love of my life. He disappeared. I don't know this place. I don't know anyone here. Everyone knew my love. On a full moon night, he disappeared.
Okay.
Madam, I can't. As soon as I find my sister, I'm leaving and not coming back. Search for her at the same time. Look for him.
Okay.
You have to understand, it will take a miracle for me to find anyone in this valley. But tell me, what is his name? Yakov Prenger. Town's former... A priest was your lover? He was to renounce his service, not faith. Dear God, I'll see what I can do. I have to go now.
Okay. Sad možemo ići u onu šumu, valjda. Sad se moram vratiti u centar grada.
I should wait here for now.
Why? You should wait here for now. What does that mean? Nismo li rekli da moramo ići u šumu? Weird. Možda ova nešto zna više o tome. Lucija. Ne znam. Never mind. Okay, that's weird. Ok. Budemo nekom drugom prilikom saznali šta to znači. A i prošlo je već više od 2 sata čak. Interesting. Tako da mislim da je to što se tiče današnjeg Reboot Halloween Week streama domaće igre Saint Kotar. Nadam se da vam se svidjelo ovo i da ćete možda razmisliti nabaviti igru. Mene se za sad sviđa. I to je to, ljudi. Hvala što ste bili na streamu. I vidimo se sutra. Sutra je posljednji dan Reboot Halloween Weeka. Igrat ćemo nešto interesantno kooperativno. Pa nas svakako pogledajte u 18 sati. A do tad uživajte i vidimo se. Bye!